Hey guys! Welcome back to our channel. I'm Bethany.
I'm Brittany.
And I'm Renee.
And welcome back to Maid of Honor. Our missing Rachel today. She couldn't film with us today, but she will be back next time.
Yes.
She will be missed. She will. We thought we would do things a little bit differently and actually do a makeup tutorial for you guys on our beautiful mom. Yes. We just wanted to discuss the importance of self-care. I mean, it's such an important topic as a woman, as a wife, as a mom. It'll be more of a get ready with us style today because we are going to show you our mom's signature look. We're going to talk and kind of chat with you guys and chat amongst ourselves about the importance of self-care. So let's get started. So we are going to start with a illuminating primer. And we're kind of going for sort of a youthful, glowy look. Mom's signature face.
Yes.
Not too heavy, but definitely pops. Yes. So one of the things that you can do for more mature skin is instead of building the glow on top, you can kind of sort of do it in layers underneath the foundation. And we use a lot of creams that way too. So that it's not quite as heavy, it's not quite as drying, and it helps to minimize pores and creasing. And yep. So I'm going to start with just a little primer on the back of my hand and a brush. And I'm just going to start applying that over Mom's skin. Mom, we were talking about the importance of self-care.
Yes.
So, you know, as a wife of 38 years
Yes.
and mother to 6 kids, just want to butt in here, guys. I'm going to be focusing it mainly on the center of her face, the high points of her face. Sorry,
Okay.
carry on. Why would you say it is so important to have that level of self-care and intentionality of putting yourself first? And
No, it is. One needs to be intentional. And I think it's so important. It's the same concept that you hear when you are taking a trip and you're on a plane, and they always tell you to put the oxygen mask over your own face first if you're traveling with a child in case of an emergency, as opposed to putting the mask on the child first. And I think the thinking behind that is that the child needs the mother or the parent long term. So for the parent to be breathing and taking care of in this case mom, of herself first, then she will be around, Lord willing, for a long time to care for that child. So it is with our self-care, regular dental appointments and physicals, and it's so important because our health is everything. You can have lots of money in the bank, but if you don't have your health to even enjoy that,
don't have anything.
You don't have anything. So
That's so true. We're going to introduce our foundation today, which is by Clinique. It is the Beyond Perfecting foundation line, and it is a foundation and concealer all built into one. And this shade is golden. Yeah, in golden. So it actually has a doe foot applicator, and what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit here and here and here and here.
okay.
Just going to work it into the skin. Beauty blender that we're going to use to work the foundation into the skin. A little goes a long way, and I'm just sort of pressing it in. There are situations where in a marriage sometimes the husband steps out, you know, on the wife and mother because maybe she looks a little bit different than the woman he married, and, you know, finds another woman who maybe has kept herself together.
Yes.
Maybe he finds her more attractive
Yes.
or new or fresh. Is that ever okay?
No, it's not okay, but it is reality. You know, a couple things here.
And while you're thinking, real quick,
Okay.
today for the concealer, we're going to be using NARS Radiant Concealer in the shade Caramel. There was an example.
Okay.
Yeah. So a couple of months ago, Antoine Fuqua, he is a movie director. He made news because he got caught kissing another woman, Nicole Mitchell Murphy, Eddie Murphy's ex-wife. Now, of course, she's gorgeous, and yes, she's a supermodel, but she's a mom of 6. Now, Antoine Fuqua's wife, I'm sure you guys have heard the story, Leila Rashan, has had 2 kids. She's a stay-at-home mom, I believe, or is at least just focusing on raising her kids, and is not really focusing on acting, I think, at this time. So she was just focusing on raising her kids, and also has had some health issues that she was battling. And you have this husband who is caught cheating on his wife with this woman who is also a mom. But I think most people would consider her more pulled together than Leila Rashan. And they are saying, or one of the points that they're making is, how is it that she's a mom of 6, but yet, I'm sorry, Nicole Mitchell is a mom of 6, but yet she looks amazing. And Leila Rashan, I think most people would consider her gorgeous back when she was also acting, but now looks a little bit different. I mean, she's a mom, she's had 2 kids, but there's this comparison between Nicole, who's also had kids, but has had 6 kids, and she just looks incredible. People were very harsh and criticized Leila Rashan's appearance compared to Nicole Mitchell's. Right. They were very harsh. Unfortunately. And kind of backing up Antoine Fuqua in a way? Almost saying that he was justified in kissing this other woman because, his wife let herself go. And I think it touched a nerve over with the Carter ladies. Oh yeah. Your thoughts?
My head is swimming. First one, and I know I won't be able to address all of them, but the first thought that comes to mind is the difference between goals and desires. So a woman can desire to have a faithful husband. Yes, she can desire that. What woman does not desire to have her husband be faithful to her? However, because he makes decisions of his own free will, she cannot make that a goal. In other words, she cannot set as a goal, my husband will not cheat on me because I'm going to do everything that is going to make sure that he's attracted to me. So, because she cannot basically control him, and he can and will make his own choices, some women are absolutely knocked down, knocked dead, gorgeous, and their husbands cheat on them. So now we're talking about the character of the man. What this woman and any woman can do, she can choose to have that as a desire. But if someone other than that woman can prevent that goal from happening, it's not a goal. It's simply a desire. For example, a woman can set a goal to go to the gym X amount of days a week, to work out, to have a healthy diet, drink water. Yes, she can set those goals because she, and only she, for the most part, is in control of that. So that can be, those can be defined as goals. But again, I just want to stress, a lot of women stress out and lose their hair and their value, their sense of value, because they've worked very hard on the one hand to make sure that they can keep their husbands home and not wandering.
And you'd think it'd be enough that they've given children to this man.
Yes.
Given children
Yes.
to a husband. They have kept the house clean. They have worked 7, 8, 9, 10, 100, 150 jobs all at the same time to raise the family. And it's so frustrating because it just feels like all of that is still not enough.
It depends on what if you're talking about for a man to be faithful.
Sometimes, yes. With certain men, it's not enough to keep their eye from wandering. Could be using the Clinique face powder. This is the pressed powder in Stay Suede. This is their Stay Matte Sheer Pressed Powder, oil free. Could be using that to set the concealer. Yep.
Okay.
Just a very light amount to set the concealer. Sorry, Mom, go on. I didn't want to.
People basically draw their identity from their passion. It is very often that a wife and a mom draws her identity from being a wife and a mother, if she's very passionate about that, and her family. But the question becomes, what, God forbid, if that's taken away? Then where is she drawing her identity from? And it is so important that as women, and as men too, but especially as women, because of the things that you have just said, she's given her all, and so often that will not keep a man from straying. It's so important that we draw our identity from the one who created us, and that is God Himself. And we have that privilege, that awesome privilege and invitation from Him to enter into a personal relationship with Him. Unlike a man with a wandering eye, God's love is unconditional. It's for a woman to draw her identity, her sole identity, from being a wife and being a mother can be utterly devastating, because those things can be ripped away or take a turn that is so painful.
Using the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in medium deep, just to bronze Mom up a little bit.
And so often women go through heartbreaks and they will say, but I thought he loved me. And if he loved me, why would he do this?
Yep.
And so the men, until they become connected with their Creator and the lover of their souls, they have difficulty really expressing love to a woman that they don't themselves possess. So God Himself, that man needs to be the recipient of love that comes from the Heavenly Father, so that he knows how to man up, have character that is required of a husband and a father to lead a family, so that he can learn to love his wife sacrificially as Christ loved the church. Otherwise, across the board, we don't want to deposit our hope, our identity, our value in another person. That's where we draw our value and identity from someone else. We don't want to do that, because that can fall apart suddenly in a day, and it's just not wise long term.
Did have some technical difficulties. Camera shut off. Yeah, so we're back. I think we were able to show most of the face. We just filled in the brows, contoured the eye with a little bit of gold shadow on our lid. Very simple, natural, glowy look. Filled in the brows and added some blush and some highlight. Yeah, we added just a hint of the highlight. What I love about the one we used, oh, where is it? I must have put it back. Anyway, it's the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. It's just it's a very lightweight highlighter. It's not uber powdery, so with mature skin, you either want to use a cream highlighter or a very finely milled pressed powder. It's really lightweight and still gives the cheeks a really nice glow and sheen without it looking too powdery or cakey. So.
We also used lashes by Huda Beauty.
Yes.
She is our fave, and I believe they're in the
Scarlet.
Is it Scarlet? Yes.
Yeah, number 8, I believe.
Mm-hmm. So we just have lips left, and yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap up our girl talk here as we finish up the lips.
Yeah.
Real quick, this color is Rebellious, just by MAC.
So for that mom that's sort of been, turn towards me, just kind of feeling run down, doesn't feel like she can do anything for herself because she's just so busy with the kids, with being a wife, with being a mom, that she just comes last. What are some things that we could suggest to her friends to kind of help pull her up and make her feel beautiful, make her feel taken care of, just kind of help her get some self-care? What are some things we could suggest? Because maybe, she may not feel like she deserves it for some reason, and it's our job as her friends, as her sisters, to let her know that she does deserve that. 2, maybe she doesn't know how. Maybe she doesn't know where to get the self-care from. Maybe she doesn't know how to do her makeup, or maybe she just is out of practice. So we can, take her out, take her for a massage, take her for a mani and a pedi, take her for a facial, or B, show her how to do her makeup.
Yeah.
Or, take her in to get her makeup done, or just show her how. If you do know how to do your makeup, show her how.
Yeah.
So those are just some things that we can do as sisters, as friends, to help that busy mom and wife.
Yes, and to offer support too, and accountability, because sometimes as much as we want to put ourselves first, we need that extra kick in the pants, that extra push.
That it is okay.
Yep.
And it's actually needful.
Yes. I think just scheduling these things in advance and not letting anything on your calendar kind of crowd over it, just kind of really guarding and protecting that time ahead of time.
Absolutely. And encourage her to put on the calendar a physical and a dental appointment to start with the health of the body. Make sure that she gets it done. And encourage her. Maybe this might involve going out and walking a few times a week to get some movement, some exercise. And then along with those other things that really makes a woman feel special, like a mani-pedi, a facial, a massage, spa day. Those things are so helpful for all women, just to help us to feel special. God says we already are, but there's nothing like being pampered.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like being pampered.
We actually are just going to use this liquid lipstick by e.l.f. in the color Berry Sorbet.
And this is a liquid lip, and it should dry matte.
It should.
This is a gorgeous color on you, Mom.
Oh, thank you, ladies,
Gorgeous.
so much.
Lovely. Love it.
One of your many skills as makeup artist. I am happy to be the recipient. Thank you so much, and I just feel beautiful.
Oh,
You
are
already
beautiful.
were.
Didn't take much, as you all know. Didn't take much for this woman, but it was so
Thank
fun.
you. Thank you. I'd like to encourage is for every woman to put one suggestion that you heard from our time together today into practice. Schedule that physical or the dental appointment or some of those other self-care mani-pedi, facial. Do one of them this week and tell a friend so that you are accountable. That's what I would absolutely encourage you. Go out and get that walk, That's an option. And let's look at our diets. What are we eating? Are we feeling sluggish and no energy? So we want to make sure that we're getting nourishing foods in and not just grab and go from the nearest fast food place. So we don't want to overwhelm you, but we want you to have many options. Choose one for the next week and let us know how it goes.
Amen
All
to
right.
that. Amen to
Yes.
that. I guess that wraps up for today. One cool thing that we do want to, Bethany and I do want to mention real quick, is that we have started taking makeup clients. So, and we're going to start teaching classes too, depending on the interest.
Yes.
So if you are in the Metro Detroit area, stay tuned. Also, let us know in the comments section below if you guys want to see more sort of get ready with us style videos. And also, please, it really helps us out if you guys would like and subscribe. We would really appreciate it. Also, check us out on Instagram. We are _made, MADEHONOUR, Maid of Honor on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you for hanging out with us. And until next time, we will see you guys in our next video.
Okay.
Bye.